The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.
G'day there. I tell you what I like about all the educators whinging away currently over, one, the curriculum redo, and two, the Treaty of Waitangi treatment. They are at least standing their ground. They're having their say. And that's no bad thing. Struck me yesterday when I read Roger Gray's speech, Roger Gray of the Auckland port, when he talked of No Zealand, of naysayers, of the cruise people he visited in Miami and their view of New Zealand not wanting a cruise industry, of Jacinda Ardern calling them petri dishes. Where were the Roger Grays when she was actually in charge of this place and basically wrecking the joint? Where were they then? The educators, you see, are bold enough to tell the current government they don't like what's going on. But where was the business community as their companies were being shafted for all those years during COVID? In the prizes for gonads and backbone, the educators win on that one hands down. Not that they're right, of course. And in that is the gargantuan irony. The educators complain about rules and change and yet are irrefutably on the wrong side of history, given the education outcomes produced in this country. And yet business, nowhere to be seen or heard, despite the fact that we all knew the country was being strangled by power freaks and they would eventually be proved right, but they didn't say anything at the time. But as much as I defend educators' rights to speak up, there is something deeply insidious about the way educators, particularly unions, seem to operate. Now, the list, the signatories that we've heard of principals who've signed this protest to the Education Minister over curriculum change, it is driven, the Education Minister told us, by the unions. And it's a standover tactic. It's an intimidatory play. You are bullied and harried and cajoled into signing. Hence, she claims you then ring her up, apparently, and tell her you signed reluctantly. Now, that sadly says something about the principals, don't you think? That they're acting out of fear, sort of like business hating the decisions but saying nothing. Fear is no way to live your life. But for some, I get it. I guess life is short. Who needs the grief? But if that is the mentality in education, if that is the modus operandi of the unions, what sort of world are our kids entering into? What sort of brainwashing, whether overt or subliminal, do our kids get subjected to? The minister, in telling us all this on Tuesday at the press conference, said it is disgusting. She emphasised the word disgusting. Anyone want to disagree with that?
The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.